There we go. Come on in, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. Share out the live if you can. And also subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed. Thank you very much. I guess I can just push. Okay, let me make sure I monetize this video. For some reason on StreamYard, I don't always remember to click the monetize option. Let's see. Okay, monetize, ads, save. For you guys who use StreamYard, please remember to always click monetize after you create your event, your live event on StreamYard, because it's easy to forget. So let me make sure I mute my other system. Yep, it's muted. Okay, everybody, come on in. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. So share the live if you can, and subscribe to my channel again if you are not already subscribed. And we are going to get into the review of Greenleaf season 4, episode 6. As soon as hopefully everybody had a chance to watch Greenleaf. I want to hear what you guys think about the last episode. Lord Jesus, where do we start? And by the way, I'm making some burgers and some fries for the boys. I had to work all day today. I had to work this morning, do some overtime for my main job, and then I had to swing by the nursing home to do a few hours there this evening. So I've been working literally all day. And of course, paying attention still to all the stuff that's going on these YouTube streets. So yes, I might have to get into that tonight on another live, or I might save it till tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on how I feel afterwards. But anywho, that's a whole nother topic. But right now we are going to discuss Greenleaf. Again, it's season 4, episode 6. And the title of the show was called Stranger. Again, let me know what y'all thought about this show, because that AJ is driving me crazy. But not only AJ, everybody's driving me crazy this episode. AJ, Carissa, Grace, Charity, everybody's driving me crazy this episode. And it's like everybody's losing their doggone minds. Let's start with Grace. I mean, okay. Last episode, Grace had told her mom, she had some situations going on and she needed help with her son. Of course, her mother was like, how we had discussed, how would Lady May handle this situation once she found out about AJ? And most of us agree that she would be shocked, but since he is family, she would welcome him in, but she would be kind of, skeptical about how the church might, receive this information. And on top of that, she wasn't going to be playing around with AJ the way that Grace has been playing around with AJ, with him and his attitude and him and his, I don't need a handout. I'm not a charity case, but you always got your hand out looking for a charity. And Grace has just been giving and giving and giving and bending over backwards, trying to prove to this child that, she's trying to right her wrongs. And it wasn't even necessarily a wrong. It's a wrong in his eyes, but it wasn't a wrong in her eyes at the time that she had to give her son up, because of the fact that she was young. She was college bound. She didn't think she could handle a child. Her mother and father, were pastors. She was pregnant out of wedlock by Noah. So she knew how that would look. That would tarnish her reputation, tarnish the church's reputation and her family if she would have kept the baby. So she chose to give him up. Now, y'all let me know, do y'all think she was wrong? I mean, does AJ have the right to keep treating her the way he has been and disrespecting her? Nope. Hold on. Lady Mae wasn't gonna be playing them games with AJ. And that's exactly what I put on my social media when I was sharing out the live. I titled, on my social media, I was like, I told y'all Lady Mae ain't gonna be playing these games with that boy. Now, he might have been getting over on Grace, but he ain't getting over on Lady Mae. Lady Mae saw right through that. And I'm thinking, Grace, I understand you trying to, right your wrongs, as your son that you had adopted out, feels like you done him dirt wrong, because he grew up, a certain way, landed up in jail. On the wrong side of the tracks. And while she's up there with her family and her mother and father in the big house on the hill and, got all this money and stuff, and he's barely making it. But when he tried to pull that over with Lady Mae, okay, first of all, let me take a sip. I got the red cup. But when he called Grace and told her, I'm in jail, I need you to come help. I need your help. She comes rushing down there. Remind you, after she's been bending over backwards trying to satisfy this child, she done moved him all the way to Memphis, got him out the halfway house, been paying his bills, got him an apartment, filling his fridge up. He even got drinking money, all on Grace. Every time we turn around, he's sitting up at that island in the kitchen drinking, having a little sip. But anyway, child, when he called her and told her he was down at the jailhouse, I just knew he had done something wrong. Because when he had got upset and he bounced out the last time she was trying to talk to him, when she tried to introduce him to, her family and everything, and I don't know. I don't know. That scene, when they showed him in that store, and he was bent down, behind the shelves. So you couldn't really see, the picture of him. But I just had a feeling that boy was not innocent. And the way he was shaking up there and he was, I need your help. Please tell them that I didn't do it, that I was with you. I need an alibi. Grace, you was a passer, not a pastor. You was a passer. A passer. The way you was raised and the life that you're in, you should not have been his alibi just because he asked you to. Like, this guy all of 5 minutes. You gave him up at birth and you've only known him 5 minutes. And you actually, please tell me, y'all, do y'all think that she really believed him when he said he didn't do the crime? Or do y'all think that she knew he did the crime, but she realized how much pressure he's already been under, what he's already, been through his entire life? He's out on parole already, just got out of jail, and she just didn't want to see him locked up. And she wanted to be Captain Saver. Captain Saver, child. But yeah, so I'm like, she's either just dumb. Okay, I'm not going to say she's dumb. She's having a dumb moment. She's having a dumb moment by going down there. It's one thing to get the child out of jail, but you going to go down there and lie to the police. Lie. She done signed an affidavit. She done signed basically a sworn testimony that she was with him the night before between the hours of, I think she said 9 and midnight or something like that, knowing she wasn't with him. Okay, so not only does I think he's lying to her, he's lying to the family, and he was lying to Lady May. And the way he was trying to talk to Lady May and come up to Lady May all up in her face, he was like, "Lady, you don't know me, lady. I'm not telling you again, lady. I ain't gotta tell you nothing." Lady May got up all in his face and was like, basically, "I don't give a doggone how much time you spend in jail. You don't know me." I'm telling you, Lady May remind me of my grandma. I'm telling you, my grandma, boy, my uncles and my boy cousins and my brothers. Mm-mm. They would never. And I had one of them grandmas. She was short, like Lady May. She was short, small stature, and you couldn't get nothing over on this woman. And if you ever in your life try to walk up on her, she will knock some fire out your tail. The day she died, my grandma wasn't no punk. Lady May remind me of my grandma so much. Rest in peace. But yeah, she wasn't falling for the okie doke. She was basically like Negra. You know how Rita say it on Rita's channel, Negra. I know you lied. I know you lied, and you didn't went in that store and you done did a little 5-finger discount in that store. I know you did. He just walked out the door. He moonwalked his butt right out that door because she already knew. She already knew. Then Grace got mad and started running after him. I was like, what the hell? I don't know. The way they let these kids just do, I don't know. I don't know. But y'all, let me tell you something. Charity, let's get on the sus. Charity, she need to be slapped. She needs to be slapped down. I don't know. Dang, do I want to talk about her, Carissa? I mean, all these women on the last episode was acting cray cray. Everybody except Lady May. We're gonna stick on Charity. Charity, how she was up in there with Philip. I mean, just braggadocious, whatever you want to call it. Just bragging. Oh, I got some dirt on my son. She got a son. He's back. He was in jail. He was locked up. He's by Noah. That's why Noah and his wife broke up. And then on top of that, she comes back later. I got some more dirt. He was like, what else could you give me? What else going on with the child? Oh, he done got locked up last night and Grace lied about being his alibi. Philip was like, how you know? How are we supposed to prove this? Because everything is all about the proofs in the pudding when it comes to him trying to take the church away from the Greenleafs. She said, pulled out her phone. I recorded it. Oh my God, he was so happy, so happy. They started slapping spit. They were starting kissing and hugging and rubbing all on each other. Now, I had a feeling that him and, well, I don't want to say her, but at least him, he had a little had his eyes on her. When he was talking about her hair looks nice, when she walked out his office earlier and he was looking at her frame and everything as she walked out the door, she sashayed out the door. I was like, this fool ain't right at all. He's already a snake in the grass, but he ain't right at all. And she ain't right either. And then Jacob, his wife, Carissa. Carissa's lying down with the devil. She's sleeping with the enemy. This child done sold her soul to the devil for a check just to buy a piece of house. Now, I know the house that she got her eyes set on gotta be really nice. I don't remember if they showed the house. I know they sold the land. Jacob at first didn't want to sell the land. His father and mother didn't want them to sell the land, but in the end, it's their property. It's his and hers, him and his wife's. And Carissa told him, it's either me or the land. Which one is it? Because I'm going to get out your mama house one way or the other. I'm not staying here, Jacob. He done fell for it. He done let her sell the land. Not only did she sell the land, but she ended up selling her soul to the devil. I'm like, are you kidding me? First of all, the guy who gave her the check, they are H&H, but they're just working under a different name. The church doesn't know. The Greenleaf doesn't know. The only person that knows right now is Carissa and her real estate agent. They're the only people that know right now. And basically, she tried to blackmail him. Mm-hmm. She tried to blackmail him, talking about this ain't enough money for me to barely put a dent in the down payment on the house that she's trying to get. So she threatened to tell on him. They blackmailing each other. I'm like, hold up. Okay, I can't burn my burgers. My stove cooks really, really well. And the skillets that I use that my sons bought me last Christmas, nice little green skillets. My sons bought me last Christmas. The food be cooking, okay? And I got it down on low and them burgers still cooking fast. But anyway, by the way, I told my oldest son this year I wanted a what do you call that thing? The thing that you put your food in and you can cook it, but you don't need grease and cooking oil and what do you call that doggone thing? I forgot what you call it. But anyway, you can put chicken in there and fries and pizza and all that kind of stuff in there. I forgot what it's called. I'll remember later. But anyway, but if y'all know what I'm talking about, just feel free to put in the chat. But what was I talking about? Oh, Carissa. So he's blackmailing her. Basically, she got that check. The money that he gave her the second time. The first check was for the land. The second check was just basically to shut her mouth. But he also knows that in the end, she cannot say anything about knowing that they are part of H&H, and Harmony and Hope. And so by her giving that check, he's basically paying for her silence. So he's blackmailing her in return. She started off by trying to blackmail him for money. And he, in turn, he's like, okay, we done paid you this money. Now, if anything comes out, by you accepting this check, that meant you agreed to these terms that we paying you to be quiet. We paying you not to snitch. And then he tells her she wouldn't even be in that position up there begging for money, begging for a piece of house if the man that she had at home was doing everything he was supposed to be doing. And he asked, could he see her again? Talking about she's beautiful and all this kind of stuff. The same thing Philip doing. I'm like, everybody at H&H trying to sleep with all the women's folks. But I couldn't believe she came back. She said, okay, I'll think about it. Maybe I can hook up with you. Maybe. She went back all because Jacob's mama, Lady May, called him home so he can meet his nephew, his 25-year-old nephew that just popped up out of nowhere. Grayson dragged him to Memphis, from the halfway house. And she wants the whole family to meet him and have dinner and all that. Woo. He wants to bring his wife, Carissa. Carissa pissed off. He done not lost one job. He done lost two jobs. He done lost the job of being the, working at the church. And then he lost the other job being the mentor for that guy on the basketball team. But what was his name? I can't remember that boy name. But anyway, yes, hotmess.com. So she pissed off because he lost both of his jobs. And on top of that, she's so excited because she got the money to buy that piece of house, put that money down on that piece of house. And she wanted to be taken out, even though she got the money. So she basically should be taking him out, but she wanted him to take her out. So she get pissed because he chose to go home to his mother's house to meet his nephew, 25-year-old nephew. Like, I remember when I found out I had a nephew, and I'm not going to go and tell the story. I I'm not going to go into that story because it ain't my story to tell. But let me tell you, when I found out I had a nephew, I had other nephews, but when I found out I had this nephew, it was really exciting. It was a very, very exciting moment for my mother and I, because she had another grandbaby, I had another nephew. But again, that's not my story to tell. But anyway, so you could see how he could be excited to meet a nephew that he never knew he had. She gets mad and she runs back up into the white man. The one who said, if you were with me, you wouldn't be up here begging for no change to buy a piece of house. I don't know if they slept together though. And plus, girl, you married. You married. But you know what? Y'all remember what Jacob put her through in season 1? He was sleeping around. But he was cheating on his wife, Carissa, in season 1. And then on top of that, in season 3, she thought that he was sleeping with his assistant. They had shared a passionate kiss, but they was not sleeping around. Now, as far as Carissa though, we saw them all hugged up on each other. She jumped on his lap. She started straddling him in her little dress after they were sipping on some wine. I don't know if she slept with him or not. I don't know if she committed adultery or not sexually. Now, it's still adultery. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been married, but I know what adultery is. Kissing, rubbing, touching all over each other. It might not be sexual, but ask any man, ask any woman, if their spouse did some mess like that, even though they didn't go all the way, but there was a whole bunch of foreplay involved, they would say they were cheating. So I don't know if she slept with him or not. We shall see. Hopefully next episode we shall see. As far as Grace's son, I don't know what to say about him. I really don't know what to say about him. At the end, she was begging and begging and begging and begging for him to stay and not run off, because he would be breaking his parole, because he had to get permission to leave the halfway house from where he was to move to Memphis in the first place, because, you know, he couldn't find a place there. He couldn't find an apartment there, so she moved him all the way to Memphis because she figured she could find him a place there. She's a pastor. She knows a lot of people, a lot of connections, so she found him a place really easy. He left. She even offered her car. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with Grace? You know this boy all of 5 minutes. You lying to be his alibi. You taking up for him when your mother can see right through him and knew he was lying. And then you offer him the keys to your vehicle to run away, knowing he would be breaking parole. Like, who does that? I don't know. Grace, I don't know. And where the heck is Noah? During all this time, Noah to move back to Memphis to be with his son, to get to know his son, but he MIA right now. We need Noah. We need Pops to come on the scene, because this Grace ain't handling it. Grace, she Grace needs some help. Grace needs some help. Lady Mae, she wasn't having that, boy. Lady Mae looked him dead in the eyes and told him, boy, you don't know me. I don't care how many crooks, criminals, and murderers you spend time with in prison. You ain't never met nobody like me, Negro. That about took me out. I love me some Lady Mae. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think is gonna happen, like with Charity and Philip. Now I done been telling y'all time and time again, Philip, now y'all should know too. He's lying. He is not gonna make Charity AP. Ain't no way he gonna make her assistant. He probably sleep with her. He'll probably sleep with her, but he ain't gonna make her assistant pastor. And then Jacob, he ran up on them and saw them smooching and all that kind of stuff in Philip's office. 1 and 1 equals 2. 2 and 2 equals 4. Jacob gonna figure that mess out. Jacob had already lost his job as a mentor. Then Philip fires him because of the fact that he was trying to break up the fight when the basketball player for the Memphis Devils, when he was breaking up the fight, it was all on social media, and it kind of looked like Jacob might have been actually in the fight. But he wasn't. He was breaking up the fight. But because of the fact that Philip just needs just every little thing to get their hands off the church, any kind of excuse, Bishop's gone, Lady May is gone, Charity is hanging on by a straw. Jacob was hanging on by a straw. So Jacob's gone. Now he was trying to get Grace out of there by using Charity as his secret weapon. And Charity actually think he's gonna give her the AP position. She gotta be smoking. Now you know she was on them pills before. Wonder if she's still on them pills. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I'm live. But we shall see. Y'all let me know in the chat. And for those of y'all who come back later, thanks for bringing the broom up. We've been looking for that for a whole week. My child harboring stuff down in the basement. I think he stole the broom when he was cleaning up the basement. And I've been looking for that thing for days. But anyway, as I was saying, you about to leave? I think he going to his girlfriend's house. But anywho, y'all let me know what y'all think is gonna happen with Charity. Now Jacob then ran up on them. He done caught them kissing, caught his sister and Philip, you know, the one who's been scheming and plotting to get Grace's hands away from the church because he wants to be the main pastor. And he promised Charity that she could be AP if she helps him get enough dirt on Grace to okay, I made y'all some burgers, so they'll be in the microwave when you get back. Dry saying love you. What was I saying? What was I saying? Okay. He promised her the AP position, but you know, I know that he's not going to give her that position. I just know that he's not going to give her that position. He's probably going to bring in somebody else that we couldn't even imagine. Probably somebody we ain't even met yet to be AP, but it definitely is not going to be Charity. Now, again, he might make her his, I wouldn't even say woman. I don't even think he would make her his woman. I think he would knock them boots, but that's about it. I think he would knock them boots and that's about it. But Jacob, with him seeing this, if anything happens to Grace's position, if she gets fired from the pastor position of that church, Jacob is going to piece that all together and Charity is going to be in some hot water. Charity's going to be in some hot water. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think about Grace's son. I kind of have a feeling that he might not. I know he packed up his bags. He grabbed everything. He grabbed his liquor. He grabbed everything out that apartment. So I know he packed his bags to leave. He gave Grace her keys back. He was like, I don't need your keys, mama. I can, make my way by myself. But I have a feeling that he's not going to go anywhere. Or either he's going to leave, then he's going to get to a certain destination, and he's going to realize that he really needs to. Grace was like, don't you want a family? He said, not that family, not y'all. Everything was all good till he met Lady May, till Lady May found out. Well, not when he met her, because even when he met Lady May, he was kind of standoffish, but she welcomed him with open arms. Her and Bishop welcomed him with open arms, hugging him, and everything, embracing him, welcoming him into the family, into the household. And it wasn't until she found out that Grace lied. And she, signed to be an alibi. She lied under oath. And Lady May, when she found out, she just knew. She just knew something wasn't right. If he really didn't do it, I mean, first of all, this child has no respect for his elders. First of all, that's your grandma. I don't care if you ain't never seen her in your entire life. That's not only a grandma, that's an elder. And he could have just said, he could have even lied. No, I didn't do it. He didn't say anything. He just stood there looking like a deer in headlights. He didn't say nothing. She kept asking him and getting closer and closer to his face till he got smart with her. Lady, I ain't got to tell you nothing, lady. I was like, okay, now you should have called her Lady May. You should have called her Lady May. Yes, hashtag Candace. He grabbed everything. He grabbed everything. He grabbed the liquor. He grabbed his belongings in the apartment. He grabbed the stuff he stole. He grabbed everything and bounced. But I think he'll be back. I really do. I think he'll be back. But I don't know if Noah will have anything to do with it. Noah, because Noah, he's MIA. We saw him last episode for a bit. When he said he was coming to meet his son or moving away, because his wife put him out, want a divorce and all that kind of stuff. But maybe Noah has something to do with bringing him back. As far as Grace, though, she crazy. I would have never. Can't nobody get me to be their alibi. I'm sorry. My own child. And you usually know your children really well. Like I done said before, I know my sons really well. If something goes on in the house, if something's missing, if something's ate up, like if somebody left an empty thing of juice in the refrigerator, I can swear on my life which son did it. I swear on my life. Some things you just know, which son did what. And I don't care how well I know my children. Ain't no way in hell. I'll be like, yeah, he was with me instead of robbing the bank last night. You said she should have left it alone after he said he was done with her. For real, for real. For real. For real. But she keeps crawling back. Like I said, she keeps trying to right her wrongs in his eyes. Grace, to me, did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. I was on somebody's live the other day because I was watching. I had to work this morning. Then I had to work this afternoon at my other job. And I've been watching YouTube videos all day. And I was on somebody's live earlier, and they was talking about parents who had to or feel compelled to give their children up at birth in order for them to have a possible better life, than they could provide, whether they was on drugs, in and out of jail, homeless, too many kids to handle already, whatever reason. And I don't think Grace did anything wrong, even though it was just the fact that she was a single parent. She was on her way off to college. She still, I guess, did what she thought she had to do. Ain't no way I'm going to be groveling at some child's feet. And I know I didn't do him dirty. It ain't like I abused you and I left you in the trash can, or you stayed at home for a week with no food because I was out doing whatever. Or, I didn't have nobody else take advantage of you. I did what I thought best and gave you up. Now, you can either be involved in my life or you can go back to the halfway house. That would be me. You can go back to the halfway house. Ooh, child. I always told my kids, this man. I remember one day a long time ago, my oldest son, he was probably, I want to say 9th grade, 8th grade, something like that. And he had did something at school. And I was talking about it to my friend. And she was like, girl, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. But that boy, he done pissed me off. I don't remember what he did at school. I can't remember. I couldn't tell you so long ago. I said, but I tell you one thing. If he don't get himself together, he only a suitcase away. She said, a suitcase away from what? I said, a suitcase away from being on the street. I was just talking stuff, though. I was going to put my sons out. But that's how upset I was at the time. Like, ain't no child. What the problem is? What? Okay, we shall talk. We need to talk because you need to get on the good foot. You need to get on the good foot. And I swear to God, ever since then, this was so long ago when I made that comment. Ever since then, my same friend who I'm really tight with, she be throwing that up in my face. She like, Tanya, what did you say that one time about your son? He only a suitcase away. So we be that's like, it's like an inside joke with us. Like when we talk about whatever, whether it's our man or whether it's somebody else or something, we be like, they a suitcase away. But y'all, when y'all kids get on your nerves, that's what you tell them. So you know you're only a suitcase away, right? And they're gonna be like, huh? What? What's your mouth? Be like, where your bags at? Hashtag I'm for real. I'm so for real. But yeah, but anywho, they grown now. I'm like, I survived. I survived. And I only had 2 kids. But I swear to God, sometimes 2 kids can make you feel like you got 6 kids. I'm telling you. But anywho, y'all let me know what y'all think is going to happen with Grace's son, with Charity and Philip, and with Carissa. I cannot believe. I hope to God she did not sleep with that man. I hope to God she did not sleep with that man. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But anyway, it's getting juicy, y'all. I cannot wait till the next episode. But tomorrow night, let's see, tomorrow is Monday. So tomorrow night we are going to I think Power just came on. Was it Power? Yeah, tomorrow night we're going to review Power. So it's going to be probably around 9ish, 8:30, 9 p.m.ish, something like that. So make sure y'all got my notification bell hit so y'all can get the notification when I set up the live, when I create the event, so that you can pop right in so we can this Power. Whew, that doggone Tyreek. That doggone Tyreek. That's all I got to say about Power. That doggone Tyreek and Tasha, who is right now basically got him in gangsta boot camp. She got her son in gangsta boot camp. So we're going to see how this goes. But anyway, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for that. In the meantime, Primetime Squad, make sure you guys like the video, share the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces. Good night, hashtag.